Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. First thing, I would like to apologize for the late upload this week because we had some internet and connection troubles. But here we are. The vlog of this week is online and I'm glad to share it with you. Today, join me on this exciting adventure as I take on the challenge of supplying my bakery in the paradise of Busuanga, Palawan, Philippines. In this video, I will share with you how I get supply for my bakeries, what kind of struggle we are facing on the island regarding supplies, because it's not always easy. And I just wanted to share my experience of this week, the disappointment I got from Coron, but you'll see later in the video. From sourcing local ingredients, navigating the local market, I'll show you the ups and downs of running a bakery in a tropical paradise. Get ready for the behind the scenes. Look at the daily struggle and triumphs of bakery owners in a stunning location. Whether you're foodies and entrepreneurs or just someone who loves the Philippines, this video is for you. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of baking in the paradise. Welcome to paradise, or should I say the challenging zone. Today, I'm tackling one of the toughest tasks of running my bakery here in Busuanga, Palawan, Philippines. The ultimate mission, sourcing ingredients and supplies. From fresh egg to specialty packaging, I'm gonna see if I can track down everything I need to make some mouth-watering treats. Hi, I am Alexia, and this is my kitchen and my bakery. I'm only open for takeout and delivery. Maybe one day, some people can come to get their bread here, but at the moment, we are not ready yet. We are located in the beautiful island of Busuanga, Palawan, Philippines. The island is a dream for vacationers, but running a bakery can sometimes feel like an obstacle course. From limited resources to unpredictable delivery time, it's definitely not your typical bakery run. But yeah, that's part of the fun, right? So we already shared with you our journey to Coron, to the local market. If we want to have a look on that, just click in the video up. Today, I'm just gonna explain to you more in details where I find my supplies for my bakery needs and the recent disappointment I got. Number one ingredients for baker is the flour, right? Actually, I use three types of flour. I use all-purpose flour, I use bread flour, and whole wheat flour. And this is kind of a struggle to find. Here in Conception, where we live, maybe you can find less quality flours in the small shop, and it's not all the time. So we definitely cannot count on finding flour around. So what I did till now, I bought my all-purpose flour and bread flour in Coron in a specific shop which is specialized in baking needs. It's a local shop and they have reasonable price. I was quite happy with their service. I also bought chocolate chips there. So one day when I went there, I asked them if they have whole wheat flour because I just wanted them to be my supplier for all the flours. So they very kindly offered to order one sack for me. So they can order one sack for me and I'm gonna pick it up once it arrives. So I said, go. I'll be happy to buy from you. You're local and I want to support you. So go for it. Order the whole wheat flour for me because my stock is low and I will need it. And in the same time, I bought a sack of 25 kilo of bread flour. And I actually just finished it today because I made this paratha bread. Anyway, so I was happy I found store where I can source all my flour, because previously I bought flour in another store in Coron, but it's same, they don't have it all the time. And if I go in Coron, I rather go to one shop to buy everything I need than to go to so many different stores. So I was waiting for my floor. After 2 weeks, finally arrives. I got the number of the people there. I called them and said, yeah, your floor is there. So I specifically drive from Concepcion to Coron with my daughter to get the sack of flour. When I arrived to pick up my sack of flour, I asked how much. And surprisingly, the price has changed from 800 to 1,000. So I'll just say, are you sure? Because last time when I asked you to order, you told me that's only 800. So she called the boss and said, okay, we're gonna give you for 800. Okay, I pay and I wait for the sack of flour. I was so happy. I can get my flour, go back home. But then the sack of flour arrived and all wet. And well, wet flour doesn't work. So I was like, maybe I'm not gonna get that because it's wet. Or is there any way you can give me a discount so I can get, because maybe 2 or 3 kilo of flour are bad because it's wet. And I say, oh, no, we cannot give you a discount. All right, so I just told them, okay, guys, you're not really nice because I planned this 2 weeks ago. Now I don't have stock. I drive all the way from Concepcion with my daughter here to get the specific stock of flour. There's a problem with price. Now there's a problem with the product. Well, thank you. Maybe we're not gonna do this again. So yeah, I was really disappointed. I don't blame them that the sack of flour is wet, but could be more commercial. Yeah, and I was really disappointed because I've been going to this shop for so many years now. What I did is I went back to the store where I bought the flour, the whole wheat flour the first time, and asked them to order for me. So let's see. Same, they said that it's gonna take a while, maybe 2 weeks. See, it's not easy to get a supply. We have a third alternative, and honestly, I don't like it, but I don't really have a choice. I need to order online. I use Lazada to order my flour and many of my ingredients, because at least there is a large range of choice with different price, and then there is a estimate delivery time. The price is cheaper, the quality is better. I mean, come on. At one point when we are starting to running a business, you cannot just rely on suppliers that give you a bad service, that has a delay in delivery. It's not possible because that's your own customers that will not be happy with you because you cannot provide the product they want. So I really hate the idea. I think I'm gonna have to order online. It's just gonna deliver here in my doorstep. I don't need to go anywhere. I don't need to travel all the way to Coron. Now Coron is starting to get busy and to get really hard to access. A lot of tourists, a lot of traffic. I mean, it's really not nice. I don't like Coron. And there is also one thing that I don't like is that most of the thing we buy there is really low quality. So it's gonna break very easily. And it's really expensive. I think I won't get supply in Coron anymore. Except fruits and vegetables. I have my ninang in the market where I order and they directly send from the market to here Concepcion by jeep. We don't even need to go there. We can just order. This is really nice because we have limited time and going in Coron will make you lose one day. But The situation now is that it's empty. And my delivery from Lazada, I hope it's gonna arrive this week actually. Because they have also, a range of dates. So let's see. For eggs, I just buy here in the Sari Sari store. They got eggs from the island, but I also have an idea because there is some organic poultry in Salvation, which is not far from here. They have brown egg, organic egg. So I really need to visit them and see what we can do. Actually, I'm gonna go there tomorrow because I have to deliver some bread, and I think I'm gonna stop in the poultry and check if I can deliver or how can we arrange, because that's the thing also with egg. It's very fragile. We don't want to do an omelette. We want to have the egg full. Um, so that's why from now I just buy outside in the Sari Sari store because it's close. But in the future, I hope I can get supply from Salvation, the organic poultry. So yeah, getting supplies on the island can be a real nightmare. I will have to buy stuff in Coron, and I will have to go back in Coron for a specific items. But I have my specific shop where I buy. There is a kind of small supermarket in Coron where I go buy the butter. It's the less expensive. I also buy cheese there, kind of oil. So I have like specific items I buy there. There is another store who's selling imported goods where I buy my milk in case they sell 12-liter. And I'm starting to negotiate. Hopefully, next time I go there, I have discount. That's how you have to play also. Just saying that this is not for your personal consumption. This is for business, and that if they give you a good price, then you would go back there. And there is another specific shop who's selling like meat, bacon, and ham. That's what I use to make my egg pie. One of the address I recommend also, it's Papa Meat and Daily in Coron. They make their own longanisa, their own bacon using local pigs, and I like the idea, and it's actually really nice. So that's where I'm gonna stick also. Living on the island, far from the big cities, far from the big supermarket and the easy access to supply, you need to be creative sometimes, and you need to know a little bit the place and different store, because for sure if you go in Coron without knowing anything, you won't find all the supply you need. My husband was born there, so he knows it since he was born. And sometimes we also cannot find the supply we need. Sometimes we try to go in Salvation. Sometimes they have in Salvation and not in Coron. You have to be creative, you have to be patient, you have to be perseverant, and you always need to have a plan B. In case something happens, then you have your supply. I would like to even start growing the own garden for my herbs, for my veggies, fruits. But this takes a long time and it's a long process. We're working on it, but it will take a while to be implemented. In the meantime, we are trying to source the ingredients locally as much as possible, but sometimes it's just not possible. I also have some friends who have shoppers in Manila, which will buy for them and send by the boat. This is also an option. For my bakery, I might be okay with Coron, Savashian, and with Lazada. If you're planning to move in Busuanga and live here, well, you have to know that getting supply sometimes is challenging, and better to stock up in the house so you're sure you're gonna have what you need. The supply is also seasonal. So this is an area where we have a lot of tourists, let's say from December to April. At that time, the quantity of supply increase, but the demand increase also. So yeah, my advice is just Be prepared to struggle in the supply. Well, there's some stuff that you can source locally. Fish, of course. For the pig also, the meat, we have neighbors that has pigs. So every time they kill a pig, we just get 1 kilo or 2 kilo and then we freeze it. In terms of vegetables, I already told you before, but most of the vegetables on the island are imported from Mindoro or from Baguio. There's no much agriculture here. This is kind of a pity, and I really hope in the future we can have our garden. But honestly, there is a lot of things that I order online. For example, the packaging for my products and all the imported goods. I just buy online because it's much cheaper. So hopefully our supply from Lazada will arrive soon. And of course, one of the way also is to adapt your menu to the local supply. Homemade as much as you can. So for example, I don't use yeast. I do my own sourdough starter. So to make my bread, I just need water, salt, and flour. My starter, even if we don't have electricity, if we don't have fridge, that's not a problem. If I buy yeast, I need to keep in the fridge and it can get bad if there is no electricity. So one of the trick is try to make homemade. Also, for example, for yogurts. So I told you I buy a 12 liter of milk every 2 weeks. It's also because I make my own yogurts. I use it in some bread. For example, I'm making right here some naan bread, and I use yogurt in this bread. So the most cost efficient is to make our own yogurt. So I bought a yogurt machine. Maybe in the future we can make our own butter, our own cheese. That can be possible actually. And that's something I want to explore because I don't want to rely on a current supply, which is not reliable. This was a little sum up on how I get supply from my bakery in Paradise of Busuanga, Palawan, Philippines. If you guys are moving in Busuanga and you like some advice in terms of supply, in terms of different shop where you can find different goods, please leave a comment. I will be happy to help you. In the meantime, thank you very much guys for watching our video. If you like to support us as usual, please give us a thumb up, share the video around. In the meantime, keep being resilient and persistent. That's the key for a happy life in paradise.